Hello? Hello? Anybody there? Are you? Hey! I see my face again. I think we're live again. Hey, what up, guys? So, I swear to you, I am one problem stream away from switching my internet provider and going back to Comcast. I hate to have to do it, but I swear to you, I'm like this. I have WoW internet in my local area, and the price is really good, but I crap you not, I have had 2 streams already fail on me because of my internet provider, and now I had another one just dead crash, and I'm that close to just. I'll probably have to pay like over $100 for Comcast because Comcast is so expensive, but if they're reliable, I suppose it's worth it. Anyway, there we go. You forgive me. Thank you for forgiving me. I appreciate it. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I'm cheap, and I hate Comcast. Can you blame me? Who doesn't hate Comcast? I had another option, and I went with it, you know? All right, there we go. Woo! Nothing will faze us. We're going to create an adventure tonight. I say that, and the stream it dies again. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Some people are still here. Awesome. Yeah, Comcast is great when it works, and as long as you don't have to call them and actually talk to a human being, the human being that works there. Some of you work at Comcast. I offended you. I apologize. You're probably like, yep, I work there. I know exactly how bad it is. That's how it is for me at my company. We're like, we work there. All right. So, anyway, let's go back to what we were doing. That's the wrong screen. That's my internet screen, piece of junk. And I don't know where we died. I don't know where we left off, guys. However, I had just typed out a bunch of stuff about the bloodbath right here, and we had finished putting some different monsters in this room. And whoops, that's the wrong button. Don't do that button. And I was about to type some encounter notes for this. I had just asked you guys a question, actually. Those water weirds, those blood weirds, under what circumstances do they actually attack? Is it basically when any of the yuan-ti enter into combat, those water weirds kind of come out and assist them? I think that's what I was asking you. If that's the mechanic. I think that's the mechanic. That's the mechanic that makes sense to me. But I don't know if something else would work as well. We balanced this encounter for the yuan-ti and the water weird all together attacking. So they have to kind of attack together. Otherwise, our encounter is no longer balanced at all. All right, Blacksmith. Catch you later, man. Thanks for hanging. No, if they have to. A command. I think the yuan-ti issue a command. Yeah. When they dump the blood in, they activate. Maybe. Ooh, maybe. I think there has to be a command. If we made it so that they only attack when the water is disturbed, we would have to have 2 encounters in that room. The first encounter would be balanced just for the purebloods or the Malicens. And then, after they're dead, the second encounter would be balanced only for the water weirds because they would be encountered separately. And we didn't balance it that way. And so that mechanic, although good, is not going to work for this encounter. When they cast suggestion on the party, the bull could be sloshing and the water and the weird could come on the party when they enter. Players could stop them from pouring the jug. Ooh, that's interesting. Do the weirds get surprised? They might get surprised. I like a command or... The thing is like the cultists, the yuan-ti are already pouring the blood into the basin. So that activating the water weirds doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? It could cause the water to swirl. We could actually use that. 2 cloaked figures are dumping a large vat of liquid into the basin, causing the fluid to swirl about unnaturally. And that kind of gives a clue that something's going on in that basin without giving it away. So I would say encounter notes, the yuan-ti challenge any intruders, demanding to know who they are, and what they are doing in their temple. This is a mechanic that I routinely use in my adventures, you guys. I try to almost never have my enemies just attack immediately. I want there to be some sort of opportunity for a conversation to happen, some opportunity for my players to interact with the enemy, possibly talk their way out of things or explain things or something. I want there to be that opportunity. We all know that more than likely it'll come to blows, and that's fine, but I want there to be an opportunity, which is why I put that little line in there. Okay? That's not a bad idea. Let's say that. Let's say that I spelled yuan-ti wrong. I like your guys' idea. A couple of you had the idea of when the yuan-ti get to a certain like amount of damage taken, they will call to the water weirds, and that's when they actually attack. Chief Levanis, you can find, after it's completed, it's going to be available as a link down on my Twitch panel. There's a link right now where you can download as much as we created last time, but when we're done with this, I will keep that link updated. And so eventually, when it's done, it's available with that link, and anybody can download it. Fresh blood attracts the water weird. Ooh. Oh! That's a good idea. Fresh blood attacks the water weird. I like that one. Do you have a battle map and the recommended items on Amazon? Yes, Chris, I do. There are a couple different battle maps I recommend. One of them is just these like Pathfinder like foldable ones that work really well and they're easy to transport. The problem with the Chessex ones that you roll up is that a big roll is hard to carry around for me. I want to be able to put it into my bag or something. And so the Pathfinder ones that fold up are very transportable. And I also recommend these like puzzle type battle maps. These puzzle boards that kind of interlock together, because then you can make them as big and build them out as you want to. But there are links to those on my Amazon shop as well. Link down in the panel below. So, hey Luke, what's your opinion on R.A. Salvatore books? What's my opinion? Dude, I have almost every single R.A. Salvatore book written. Well, 80% of them, I would say, on my bookshelf over there. If that's any indication of my opinion, I like the dude. I like his stuff. So there you go. It's distinct from other authors I like, such as R.A. Jordan, Robert Jordan, and R.R. Martin. You know, very distinct, totally different style and stuff. You know, and that's cool. But definitely like him. I like him. Yes, Chessex has a portability issue, I think. But it's a solid battle map. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a portability thing. All right, so anyway, what are we doing? Encounter notes. We will say, let us say, the water weirds. We'll say 2 water weirds formed of this blood dwell in the basin. Nice. Woo! I love that crap. And then we're going to say the water weirds are docile unless fresh blood is spilt in the room. When this happens, the water weirds emerge from the basin and attack any non-yuan-ti in the room. And we also need to give them, so if we look at water weirds by the book, water weirds have to stay inside the body of water, or in this case blood, that they're in, and they only have a reach of 10 feet. And so if you have, in this scenario, if our water weird are in this basin, they can only reach to this first area here. They're not going to be able to reach to the doorway. I almost want to say I'm going to give these water weird a 15-foot reach, just so they can reach a little bit farther. And that just for the sake of this little encounter, to make this work a little bit better for us. And so we're going to add a little thingy bobber in here. A thingy bobber. The water weirds have a 15 feet reach there. And I think that is pretty nice. How about we give these yuan-ti some loot? How's that sound? Loot is always a good thing. Loot. And let's go over here. All right, let's read some of your guys' comments before we talk about some loot for these yuan-ti. You should give the water weirds a surprise round. Oh, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. When this happens, the water weirds emerge from the basin and attack any non-yuan-ti in the room. If the water weirds, let's make a new bullet point for that. If the water weirds surprise the characters, roll stealth.
Hey, look at that, everybody! There's a new follower.
Thanks for following, Sergioval. Appreciate that. Roll stealth versus passive perception. They attack twice on their first round. On the first round, they enter combat. Here's the thing. Combat's already going to be going on, okay? And so there's no like surprise round mechanic that exists for mid-combat that I'm aware of. And so we're just going to give them 2 attacks each on the round they enter. They attack twice. Each of them attacks twice. There we go. And that is like our mid-battle surprise mechanic that we just created. Haha. That's a good idea. Epic Orange Storm. Epic Orange Storm. Nice name. Where's my laser chicken nuggets dude? My Death Ray chicken nuggets. Are you still here? Death Ray chicken nuggets? I love that guy's name. That's so sweet. Oh, here's an idea. One of the super dudes says one of the yuan-ti has a strange weapon in his hand that when hitting a party member can infect them with a curable disease that will turn them into a yuan-ti. Oh, that's interesting. I like that idea. I have read some of Raymond Feist's books. Actually, his wizard books. What are they called? I have them over here. What are they called? They're over here somewhere. Here we go. Yeah. Magician, A Darkness at Sethalon, Magician Master and stuff. Silver Thorn. Yeah, I've read his books. I have them over there. I've only read his books once. A lot of times I reread books over and over again. I've only read his once, though. But yes, I have read him. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Yes, we should definitely say that. The water weirds formed of this blood. I mean, we say that they're formed of the blood up here, and so it makes sense that DM knows. It makes sense that they're red because we're saying they're formed of the blood. So yeah, I think that's true. Cursed loot, a +1 club of clubbing. Catch up, a +1 club of clubbing. So for loot, a jeweled sacrificial dagger. I think I like that idea. Sergeval says, "Thank you for existing. Just noticed you had a Twitch channel." Yes, I am very grateful that I exist as well. Thank you. Lord Citrus says, "I'm entertaining the idea of running a short campaign centered around an intelligent hill giant who hoards magical relics and is on the hunt for a scroll of a wish. Any opinions?" That sounds fun. Yeah, that sounds cool, dude. Do it. That's my opinion.
Hey, look at that, everybody!
Luis Panda, thanks for following. Appreciate it. Nugget! Where's Nugget? Where is Death Ray Chicken Nugget? We need to find this guy. Ketchup is nothing without nuggets. Actually, I prefer barbecue sauce with my chicken nuggets. Ketchup. No offense, ketchup, but that's how I go. The jugs themselves could be yes, I like that, Mr. Lemon Pie. The jugs are ornate. I think we're gonna have 2 things. I think the loot is gonna have 2 things. So we're going to say the yuan-ti carry ornamental. We're gonna say jeweled, 2 jeweled sacrificial daggers. And how much are they worth? Now here's the thing. We rolled loot last stream. Oh, Squeaky came. Let's look at Squeaky. Squeaky! That's the wrong way. Squeaky! What's up, Squeaky? Squeaky has joined the stream, everybody. We rolled loot last session, and so what we're really going to do is we're going to take, we're going to say that each of those sacrificial daggers is worth 200 gold pieces each, and we're going to subtract 200 gold pieces from our silver count. So 7,000 silver pieces becomes 5,000 silver pieces. And so basically, as we're putting loot into our adventure, I'm subtracting it from the loot that we rolled up from the Dungeon Master Guide. And that's how I do it. So the yuan-ti carry 2 jeweled sacrificial daggers worth 200 gold pieces each. And the sacrificial, what is it? The hold on a second. What do we call that? The vat? Oh yeah. A large ornamental, we should say ornamental, and I can't spell that word. The large ornamental vat. And the ornamental, I can't spell it. I can't spell it. I can't spell it. And the ornamental vat used to carry the blood is made of silver and studded with what? Studded with gems? Oh, studded with platinum. Yeah. And studded with platinum. It's worth how much? Squeaky. Squeaky's down here now. Squeaky basically wants to get on my lap, so I have to pet him. He doesn't understand that I'm in the middle of something right now. How much is that worth? That bad boy right there. A big, huge thing made of silver and then studded with platinum? I think that's worth a lot. We're going to call that worth 500 gold pieces. There we go. Let's do that. And I'm going to subtract it from there. And so we now have... brain fart. 2,100 minus 500. 1,600? Thank you, everybody, for helping me with math. Very, very hard. I struggle. It's a struggle bus. We are riding the struggle bus today. Our stream is crashing. I can't do simple math. Whew. My cat is going to bite me on the foot or something. Watch. Dumb. Dumb, dumb. All right. Type 1 if you agree we should do cat cam. Uh-oh, cat cam time. All right, cat cam. Here we go. He's licking his butt. Did you guys see that? He's like... I'm going to lose it. Squeaky, let's keep things family friendly, okay? Family friendly. Got it? Look at that. Look at that. Look at this guy. He's just like... He's like, give me kisses. I want my kisses. Squeaky. Look at that. Look at that guy. He eats too much. He's kind of like me. Ah. Ah. All right. Let's put that back up there. All right. Let's get back to business, guys. Let's get back to business. Make him do a D&D character. Yeah. Oh, we don't want my face. We don't. As handsome as I am. By the way, guys, this is a good place to do this. We are in the middle of a room. So if you haven't signed up for the giveaway, make sure you sign up for the giveaway. I'm going to drop some links down below where you can sign up for our giveaway. Right there is one link. Go over there. And the secret word is... Where'd Squeaky go? That's the secret word you need to enter the giveaway, and you will win. Well, you may win. These bad boys right here, tactical tokens, are what we're giving away for the giveaway. So if you haven't entered those yet, if you have not entered the giveaway yet, please go over there and enter the giveaway. There are lots of different ways you can get entries. The more of them that you complete, the higher your chances of winning. Boom. Chris Fincher, thank you for the cheer. Appreciate that, buddy. I just dropped the link for it. It's right there in the chat. It's also down in the panel. It's a Gleam is the name of the site. You just gotta click it. Just click it. Click the link. Click it. It's a malicious link. Yeah. Oh. Woo. We got another cat. That's Squirty Pie. Squirty Pie is joining us. Squirty Pie. All right. Let's go back to our adventure. While you guys are at the end of the stream tonight, we will be what do you call it? Picking the winner of the giveaway. So you could stick around if you want. You do not have to be present to win. But the giveaway is open for people that joined us in the stream tonight. So that's how we do that stuff. And I want this guy right here. So I think we're done with that room. We have this room right here, the bloodbath. I think this is done. We have some stuff in there. We have loot. We have an encounter. I think it's done. The only thing, we haven't done 8 yet. This room right here, we have not done this room. And this room, I mean, what could be in this room? What do you guys think should be in this room? This is the back side of the bloodbath, right? It's also probably going to be one of the first rooms that the adventurers come into right here. But there's also a secret door that can lead into the bloodbath where these yuan-ti are doing this. And so I have a couple questions for you guys, and I want your ideas. What should be in this room? And is there a special mechanism to open this secret door? Those are my questions. Let's see what ideas you guys get for those. And then we'll do something. If you're suggesting a puzzle, then I expect you to create the puzzle. Like, give ideas for it. Because I'm bad at puzzles. I hate puzzles. So if you want a puzzle, it's on you, baby. All right, and then what was I going to do? While you guys were doing that, I was going to do something else. I forgot. You guys are brainstorming. I swear I was going to do something while you guys were brainstorming, and then I forgot. We're going to put that yuan-ti nightmare or something, nightmare speakers up here somewhere. That she might be up in this room right here or over here or something. A naga. Ooh, a naga. Ooh, I like that idea. Because here's the thing. When I'm creating a dungeon, you guys, I like there to be a variety of creatures. If we only ever run into yuan-ti, it gets very repetitive and it gets very boring. We want a variety of creatures. Different types of yuan-ti are fine, but also a naga, grung like we have. We have a smothering rug. The variety of creatures is going to make your adventure more interesting for your players, and it's going to feel less like a grind of, oh, more yuan-ti. Oh, more yuan-ti. Oh, really? Another yuan-ti. So variety is good, which is why I like that naga idea. Blacksmith, you missed everything, man. What do you mean? What did I miss? You can't leave the stream. A bone naga. Ooh. Oh, nice. Okay, so there's an idea. So Lord Citrus says, maybe on a shelf or altar, there's a golden opulent curio. I don't know what an opulent curio is. With an eyeball-shaped orb at the crown. When placed on a statue head relief, will open the door. That could be that. Interrobang, a secret word from the letter on the coat rack. That's a possibility. I want to keep that letter on the coat rack for something super special and super awesome. Because getting through that secret door into the bloodbath isn't that big of a deal, you know? There could be yuan-ti Broodguard, maybe yuan-ti Broodguard. I kind of like the idea of the naga. Robert, this adventure is being created for levels 6 through 9. I like a Sphinx-like guardian statue. Skeletons of the yuan-ti. Yes! That's where they store the skeletons from their sacrifices, you guys. You guys, this room... Super Dude, no, I didn't see it. I'll go take a look. In a second. You guys, this room could be full of the bones from the dead sacrifices, and in the bones is a bone naga, kind of hiding there. You know, it kind of feeds on bits and... Well, a bone naga's undead, so maybe it doesn't need to feed on anything. But we could put a naga in amongst the bones. I think we have an idea for 09 or 08. Super Dude, I'll get to your riddle idea in a second. I just want to make a note here. This is going to be the bone room. Bone repository. We're going to call 08 the bone repository. And ideas. There's going to be some sort of naga in the bones. There. So we got that idea. And then we're going to have some sort of puzzle. And Super Dude. We're going to look at Super Dude's idea. We're going to look at it. We'll see what it is. Because I want to go to the map now. Bone repository. Bone repository. Oh, ooh, wee. Bone repository. Awesome. I love that crap. There we go. Nice. Bone Nagas are CR4. We might need a couple of them then. We would definitely need at least 2 or 3 to make that a challenge. Unless there were some sort of another thing in there. All right, let's find out. Let's look at Super Dude's idea up here in the chat. So I have a riddle. What has a soul but is not alive? What makes ties but never has friends? Your feet are an animal without it, almost a bear. Answers shoes. Nice riddle. Woo, please see this. Put it as the answer to get through a door. All right, man. All right. Let's do this. Let's put a magic mouth over the secret door, and when you approach it, it gives you the riddle, and if you respond with the correct answer, the door opens. How's that? Let's go with that. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Well, our carnivore had a good idea too. A blood sacrifice. Someone must drop a droplet of blood into a blood bowl in order for it to unlock. That's a great idea. We might use that somewhere else. I'm gonna use Super Dude's riddle. What is it? Let me see. I have a riddle. What has a soul but is not alive? What makes ties but never has friends? Your feet are an animal without it, almost a bear. That makes it obvious. When you say your feet are an animal without it, almost a bear, when you mention feet, I feel like that gives it away. I feel like we can probably... what has a soul but is not alive? What makes ties but never has friends? What else could we say there? I feel like if we mention feet, it becomes obvious that it's a shoe. I think that gives it away. I think it needs to be a little bit less obvious, in my opinion. How could we tweak that riddle?
Hey, look at that, everybody!
What could we tweak about that riddle?
There's a new follower!
Hey, thanks, Nate at Night. Thank you for following, sir. The follow dance. That's my follow dance. How could we tweak his riddle, guys? I want to use that riddle, but I think we need to tweak it a little bit to make it less obvious. Any ideas on that? What do you guys think? How would we tweak that riddle? And I'm gonna, while you guys are thinking about ideas to tweak that riddle, the players would expect more after fighting bone nagas to get through the talking door. Expect more than what? Bone nagas and some animated yuan-ti skeletons? Oh, we could do that. A bone yuan-ti. Ooh. A yuan-ti who was sacrificed and came back to life out of spite. That's a good idea. Why would they expect more? Like, what do you mean? Lothlorien BGD? Oh, they would expect more on the other side of it? They might. Their expectations might be unfulfilled if they wanted more. You yearn for their coverage. What has a heel but no bones? What has a heel but no bones? Ooh, interesting. What arrived as 2 shall become 1. You kiss the mouth on the door. Okay, nice. What's the last thing you take off before you go to bed? I think that gives it. That's too heavy of a clue. That's a little too heavy. You guys, I've done riddles before for my players, and I kid you not, these guys guess all my riddles. They get it right all the time. So if I'm going to do a riddle, I'm going to make it hard. And besides which, this is an optional secret door. They don't have to go through this secret door. So if they don't get the riddle, la-di-da. Yeah, I avoid. I don't. I almost never make riddles. I'm not good at them. My shoes are not the last thing I take off, but somebody had an idea. What was it? What has a heel but no bones? Okay, so here we go. We're gonna say, come on, man, don't fail me now. What has a soul? I'm gonna have to put some punctuation in here, but it's not alive. What makes ties but never has friends? And then what was the last part you said? What has a heel but no bones? All right. And then the answer is a shoe. I like it. I think it's cool. It's a riddle. There we go. Nice. I love that. Shadows. Shadows are super easy. Shadows are super low level. This is a level 6 through 9. We'd have to have a lot of shadows in there for them to make a big difference. So we're looking at a bone naga. So stand by. Stand by. Whoops, what happened there? That's weird. Nope. Ah! That was weird. All right, let's do our read aloud text for the room. So we'll say, what does the room look like again? Okay. This small chamber has a multitude of bones covering the floor. On the far wall is a... How would you describe a magical mouth? There is a stone protrusion in the shape of a face. Protrusion in the shape of a face. So we've described the bones, we've described the stone protrusion, and more than likely they're going to be like bones, la-di-da. Let's maybe look around, maybe not. But then they're going to go look at that face. And when they walk across to that face, that's when the naga will come out then, I think. A bodak. Ooh, I've heard of those. I've read about those. I don't remember too many details about that. What are the bones? These are the remains of sacrifices of the yuan-ti. Let's say this. They aren't just bones. They're going to be bones and decaying bodies. This small chamber has a multitude of bones covering the floor. Multitude of bones and decaying humanoid bodies. Because when they throw their sacrifices into that room, they're not all just bones immediately. Some of them are going to be in various states of decay, I'm thinking. And these are the remains of the sacrifices of the yuan-ti. And then we need to find out how many of these nagas are going to be hiding in the bones. A flame skull. Ooh, flame skull. Ooh, you guys, that's a good idea. That's actually a good idea. If the bone naga isn't enough, we could have a bone naga and a flame skull potentially. We might do a couple different creatures. That might make it more interesting. I like that. What's your other suggestion above? Super dude. Your riddle. Bodak are terrifying. Yeah. Replace heal with that. What is good when you have two? What is good when you have two? I kind of like the heal one, dude. The floor is covered with crawling claws. Does the bone naga get a surprise attack? If its stealth score is higher than the player's passive perception score, absolutely. It's going to get a surprise round. A bone naga and a flame skull. I like the idea of a skeleton yuan-ti, but essentially all we would be doing is taking like an ogre. We would be taking a skeleton that already exists and we'd be reskinning it as a yuan-ti. And skeletons are kind of boring in my opinion. for this high level of adventure, I'd rather put something a little more interesting. Like I think a bone naga and a flaming skull are really interesting. So, all right, Bepis Twist. See you later, buddy. Thanks for hanging with us. An Umber Hulk. I don't know if an Umber Hulk. We have a small dungeon. I'm not sure an Umber Hulk is going to fit in here. Neither within the dungeon because we have a small dungeon, nor thematically, just because of the adventure. But flame skulls and a bone naga, I could see those, especially a bone naga. All right, let's flesh this out. Lots of good ideas, guys, but we're gonna look up the bone naga. Let's look up the bone naga. This was my disclaimer before. You guys are gonna have tons of good ideas, but I can only use like one of them or a few of them. I can't use them all. All right, so let's put bone naga in here. Page 233. It's 4111. 233. Bone naga. CR4, and it's 1,100 XP. Awesome. A tongue. What has a tongue but doesn't talk? Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Now that I like. Now that I like. Oh, bloodbath. Bone repository. What has a soul but is not alive? What makes ties but never has friends? What has a heel but no bones? Actually, I want to reword this. I have a soul, but am not alive. I make ties, but have no friends. I have a heel, but no bones. I have a tongue, but never talk, never speak. What am I? There we go. There we go. That's how you deliver the riddle, I think. You personify it. Cool. Sweetness. I like that. That's a great riddle. We were detailing out the bone naga. So the bone naga was 1,100. That's our bone naga, and we're imagining one of these. And then we're gonna have, for now, we'll envision that we have one flaming skull. So let's look up our flaming skull. Flame skull. It's called a flame skull. Oh, it's a CR4 as well. Cool. Page 134. So let's go over here. Flame skull. Monster Manual 134. CR4. 1,100 XP. There we go. Go back down to the bone repository. And, oh, wait. Let's go up here. So if we have that, that's a medium encounter. That's not bad. So for a level 6, you have a medium encounter with one of each. That's pretty good. I like that. Now let's go up here and find our little encounter block. Let's take that. Let's go back down to bone repository. Let's copy it down here. And then we have a bone naga. And whoops. And this will be flame skull. Flame skull. And if there's one of each for a level 6, it is a medium encounter. And it is 2,700, 1,800. 2,700, 1,800 for those two items. Now basically what we're going to do is we're going to work this table and we're going to design the... Oh, I didn't change the flame skull XP? Okay, stand by. Oh yeah, you're right, I didn't. Actually, we could just remove that. They're both the exact same XP, so we can just have them on the same row. It's still a medium. It didn't change anything. Yeah, so that's fine. It's still a medium. That's good. I think what we'll do, the first row is going to be the Bone Naga. The second row is going to be the Flame Skull. And so it's 2,200 and then 3,300. It did change those numbers. All right, cool. Thanks, Blacksmith. Blacksmith, didn't you say you were leaving or something? I thought you said you were leaving, and then you're still here. He changed his mind. He's like, you know what? I don't need to sleep. Let's just go make a D&D adventure instead. Okay, cool. Well, welcome back. Oh, that's right. You said you were back. Okay. It's getting late. I'm getting tired. It's not my fault. All right, we got to balance this for higher levels. So if we turn this into a level 7, it's still a medium. It's barely a medium. Look at that. Our medium threshold is 3,000 XP, and our adjusted difficulty rating is 3,300, so it's barely a medium. I feel like I want to throw another... So if we're going to throw an additional monster in here, would we rather have an additional Flame Skull or an additional Bone Naga? Which one of those do you think makes more sense to have more than one of? Because the Flame Skull is going to drop a fireball, almost assuredly his very first round. That could be nasty. It's either another Flame Skull or another Bone Naga. What do you guys think makes more sense? A Bone Naga is a spellcaster as well. Dang. So it's going to be doing some stuff like Hold Person. Its bite isn't that bad either. I think we're going to make this Bone Naga immune to fire. We're going to make it immune to fire so that our Flame Skull can actually drop a fireball without destroying the Bone Nagas. So I'm going to make a DM note here. DM note. The Bone Nagas are immune to fire. There we go. Otherwise, we're going to have a hard time with our Flame Skull dropping a fireball on them. All right, Chris, see you later, buddy. Thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate it. You got a game session run tomorrow. Woo! That's awesome, man. Do I have a game session tomorrow? No. I have one on Sunday. Yeah, my next one's on Sunday. No. I get what you're saying, Rosendark. I totally get you. I'm going to make him immune. Because here's the thing. Check this out. These creatures are spellcasters. The Flame Skull is a spellcaster, and the Bone Nagas are spellcasters. And we don't have any frontline melee types to keep people off from them. So they're going to die very, very fast. I guarantee you. This is going to be a very short encounter where your Flame Skulls and your Bone Nagas are going to get to cast a couple spells, and then they're going to get surrounded and pounded and die because they're spellcasters. So I'm okay with shifting this a little bit higher there. Super Dude, did you come to Grand Con, man? Were you at Grand Con? Oh, because you didn't go. He's like, I didn't get to see you at Grand Con because I didn't go. It's like, really? A fighting feat. Fighting feat? F-E-E-T or F-E-A-T? Fighting feet. I don't know what those are, man. Have fire pouring out of the Naga's eyes and mouth to give the players a hint that it's immune to fire. That's a good idea. I like that idea. That's a great idea. The Bone Nagas are immune to fire. When they animate and attack, they have flames running up, and they have flames emanating from their spines. There you go. That's a good hint that they're going to be immune to fire. Oh, Crawling Claw. Yeah. Okay, reskin the Crawling Claw's Crawling Feet. I gotcha. The Naga has Lightning Bolt and Hold. Really? A Naga has Lightning Bolt? It has Lightning Bolt? I didn't see Lightning Bolt on there. Oh, it does. Ooh. That's a nice one. Nice. I love it. I think that we should say it was a Spirit Naga in life. It was not a Guardian Naga. We're going to call it a Spirit Naga. The bone nagas are immune to fire and were spirit nagas in life. There we go. Then they're going to have lightning bolt. That's really cool. Very cool. Yeah, I think we have a deadly combo here. I think we have some sweet stuff here. Oh, you're talking about the crawling feet? Okay. I mean, it's a good idea. We've already kind of built this encounter up, and I don't want to go back to the drawing board, so we're going to leave it as we have it. But it is a good idea. I like the idea. Because the crawling feet could, like, grab them and hold them in place or something. All right. What we're doing? We're gonna flesh this out for upper levels. So level 7 is still a medium. Let's do an additional bone naga, I guess. Then you have 2 of them. And then you have 6,600 and 3,300. And 3,300, and it's going to become a hard. Now, level 8, what do we got? Level 8. That works. It's still the same thing works at level 8. And at level 9, it's still a hard. And so I think we can use the same mechanic for that. All right, now we have our encounter created. We didn't really talk about the mechanics by which it comes out. So we have bones and decaying bodies. These are the remains of sacrifices of the yuan-ti. Lying motionless and hidden among the bones and bodies are bone nagas and a flame skull. Let us say we're going to make this in our encounter notes. We're going to make an encounter notes section. Still fleshing this room out. And then we're going to say encounter notes. The bone nagas and flame skull animate and attack when a character approaches within, let's say 10 feet of the talking mouth on the wall. And then they're going to attack, and let us say let's put this note down here, and we'll say when the bone nagas animate and attack, when the bone nagas animate, they have flames emanating from their spines. And then we'll say the flame skull the flame skull's flames we'll say when the flame skull animates, its flames spring into being as well. When the flame skull is just lying there, it doesn't have flame coming from it, okay? It's got to be flameless, otherwise it's going to be a dead giveaway that it's a flame skull. All right, there we go. We have the encounter notes. Let's make that no spacing. And we have this face on the wall. This is a talking mouth that delivers the below riddle to a creature that approaches within 5 feet of it. If the correct answer is given, On the first try, the secret door to Area 9 opens. Subsequent tries only work after 24 hours. There, if you get it wrong, you can't just keep brute forcing. You can't brute force it and get it to open, is the basic idea. All right. Cool. I think we have that done. Hey, Loco. Whoa. Loco. I was calling you Loco. Local Cereal? Is your name Local Cereal? Loco Cereal. Thanks for subscribing, buddy. Appreciate that. Loco Cereal. That's the awesome name. I want to eat some of this cereal. Super Dude. Oh, you got to take off. All right, dude. Tell me if you think they'll be able to solve the riddle. I might be back for the Q&A. If not, my question is, do you play Minecraft? And if you do, what do you think of the Minecraft Monday situation? I'm not familiar with Minecraft Monday. What is that? What is Minecraft Monday? What's going on? I wrote create instead of creature. Thank you. What is Minecraft Monday? What the heck is that? I'm oblivious. I have no idea what's going on in the world around me. Apparently. What is Minecraft Monday? If the Nagas have fire, should they have some sort of fire damage? Oh, that's a good question. Huh, you want me to show the mini for your mom? All right, Islatkus, I'll show you the mini for your mom. All right, Islatkus' mom. This is the mini he painted for me right here, with the blue hand on his face as face paint. There you go. The focal distance on my camera just blurs it out, so that doesn't really work. That's why I'm holding it back here. So there you go. Really cool mini. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. I hope your mom saw that. The letter was cool, too. All right. Back to work. Cat cam? Anything on the cat cam? Oh, I have one cat. He's just sitting there. He's in a cat loaf. A cat loaf. Nothing super interesting going on right there. All right, I think this room is mostly fleshed out. I think it's mostly fleshed out. Hey, it's just Juan. Juan, awesome. I'm glad you came across my channel. Welcome. So yeah, Sky Harpy, fire breath. We could give the Bone Nagas fire breath or something. What does a Bone Naga normally have? Where is this? Where's my Bone Naga? So they have Ray of Frost. We could give them, oh, you know what we could give them at first level? They could also have Burning Hands, which functions as a fire breath. Ooh. Well, you could reskin the Flame Skulls as Poison Skulls, and yeah, you could. I didn't see that in the chat. So let's change our Bone Naga first, because we had an idea for Flame Breath, which I think is really cool. But then we're not going to reskin. We're going to reskin them one way. So here's the thing: it's a great idea to reskin the Flame Skull as a Poison Skull. We've already begun to reskin things to be flame centered. Okay. It actually makes more sense to reskin things to be poison centered because we're dealing with yuan-ti. So that actually makes more sense from a design. I get it. From a design standpoint, it makes more sense for it to be poison than to be flame. So I think reskinning it as that makes more sense. So how do we do that? I think it makes more sense. Just from an adventure design standpoint. So we're going to say, so the Bone Skulls won't have flames. We're going to say when the Flame Skull animates, instead of flames, it gives off a glowing green aura. There we go. There's our poison cinematic effect. And what else do we need to do? DM note. We're not going to say that. We're going to say the Flame Skull is immune to poison. And what we're going to say is instead of the fireball, it casts fireball, but instead of fire damage, it does poison damage. Any of its fire effects, such as flaming sphere and fireball, do poison damage instead. That's all we got to do, and we have reskinned it. And yeah, we would call it Venom Skull. I like that idea. We will have reskinned it with those two changes, and we call it a day. I do that a lot, by the way. I'll just, instead of doing a certain type of damage, I'll have it do a different type of damage, and you have something totally changed. And it's spells that would ordinarily do fire damage, flaming sphere, and fireball, for example, do poison damage instead. That's it. And we have reskinned it. Instead of a flame skull, it is a venom skull. The flame skull.
Hey, look at that, everybody! There's a new follower.
Venom skull. How do you spell venom? Venom? Venom skull is immune to poison. Beautiful. How's that? That was a pretty easy reskin, and now it fits thematically, I should say, with the adventure. Yay! Thanks for following. Wow. It's just Juan. Thanks for the follow, buddy. Appreciate that. It should be purple instead of green. Flame skulls are normally kind of green. Yeah. I think green works. Green is good. It's poison. Poison aura. This is your first time watching a live Twitch stream, Juicy Plasma. Well, welcome to Twitch. I have a ham radio. You do? Awesome. I would love a big piece of ham right now. A ham sandwich with like cheese melted on it. Oh. Sourdough bread. Sourdough bread, ham, cheese. Oh, man. Juicy Plasma, you came to your first Twitch stream and you made the streamer hungry. Congratulations. You get like a trophy or something, man. That's messed up. All right. I think we've reskinned this. Luke, your rogue voice sounds painful.
I don't know what you're talking about, Interrobang. You come into my stream talking about my rogue voice sounding terrible. And you know what's going to happen? I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. There's going to be some stabby around here. You insult my voice.
How's that, man? You guys are like, where's my dagger? I can't get my dagger to go back together. Nachos! Oh! I actually think that I have the ingredients for nachos. I could probably make nachos. Oh! Can somebody order me nachos? If I give you my P.O. box number, can you order nachos and have them delivered to a P.O. box? Would that work? I think the post office is closed about now. I don't think that's going to work. I think that's probably not going to work. Sweet. All right, what do we got going on here? Are we done with this room? Have we finished the bone repository yet? I feel like if we're not done, we've got to be close to being done. We have read aloud text. We have some bones and bodies. We have a couple enemies that are going to ambush them. Oh, yeah, encounter notes. Roll stealth checks for the enemies to see if they get a surprise round. Haha, that'll be awesome. And if they get a surprise round, I'm dropping fireballs with the flame skull, and then the bone nagas are going to do like lightning bolts. It's going to be loot. Yeah, you're right. Good call. Epic orange storm. Loot. We need to do some loot. All right, guys. So we already rolled our loot. This is what we got going on. We have a bunch of coins. We have gems. What kind of loot? Well, here's the thing, you guys. This room is where the yuan-ti throw the bones and bodies of their sacrifices. So would we expect there to be loot in this room? Would it make sense? And if so, what would be in here? It needs to make sense. according to like the ecology of the dungeon. Okay, the yuan-ti wouldn't just leave like a +1 sword in there. They would have taken that, right? So what makes sense? Magic items don't make sense. I feel like the yuan-ti would have taken them or something, unless it was. Yeah, we're not going to throw any. We don't. First of all, we already rolled on our loot table, and we did not get any magic items. Well, we got some bolts +2. So if we do put magic items, you guys check this out. This is like one of the very first rooms in the dungeon. I don't want to put a magic item in the first room. If we put a magic item somewhere, it's going to be a little bit deeper in the into the dungeon. We got to make them. We already have. We have a sacrificial dagger in 9. So let's think of something different. What else could we put in here? What kind of loot makes sense? A vial of poison lost among the bones. I could see that. I could see some vial of poisons. I could see that. So Zlatka says that his mom is Lori the Pirate Queen from the NPC Creation streams, and she says thank you. Awesome. Thank you, Lori the Pirate Queen. That's an awesome name. Lori the Pirate Queen. Let's see. Your mom sounds cool, Zlatkus. Tell your mom that she's cool. Tell your mom that Luke from the DM Layer says she's cool, and she needs to come to more streams. And she needs to have your mom and you both need to be in our streams, dude. What's going on here? Rosendark says I can PayPal you money so you can order nachos. Oh, you could. You can actually, you guys, anybody can send me a tip. That actually is directly to my PayPal account. There, down below in the Twitch channel, there's a area for tipping, and if you click that link, there is a mechanism that you can send me money, and I could order nachos. Or I could use that money for anything. Actually, watch. I get like $100 in tips with people saying order some nachos, and I'm just like $100 of nachos, like. That's not healthy. I would probably get sick from that. I might have to change that a little bit. Get some salad as well or something. That'll offset the nachos, right? If I get nachos and then salad, it totally offsets it. All right. We were talking about loot. We were talking about loot in the room. What ideas? Well, there's a cat. There's a cat for you. What ideas for loot do we have for this room, guys? What do you guys think? There's a little cat. Not a lot going on in the cat cam today, or right now at the moment. Carcasses of snakes. Yeah, but the yuan-ti hold snakes to be kind of like sacred and stuff. So I don't think they would be throwing the carcasses of snakes into this body disposal room. I feel like they would probably be giving them like a proper burial somewhere. A boon. Interesting. Maybe a boon or something? Ah. A knife that someone used. +1 bolt could be the bone naga's ribs. A key to a secret place later on. That's possible. That's possible. I like the idea of a boon because... Oh! Lord Citrus, that's a cool idea. An amulet of some importance, maybe a piece of a map, that someone swallowed before they died, and now it's in their skeletal rib cage. That's actually a really good idea, dude. The bone naga eyes can be gems. That's a good idea. Let's use that. I also like the idea of an amulet in their rib cage, but maybe the amulet... Yeah, there could be a hatchery in one of the rooms. I agree with that. That sounds like a cool idea. Maybe the amulet, a 24-hour immunity to poison boon. Ooh. Green eyes too. Okay, we got some ideas. So we actually have 9 spinel gems. Emeralds. Emeralds are green, right? Emeralds are green. So, encounter notes. Where are we? Loot. The eyes of the bone nagas and flame skull are each an emerald worth 100 gold pieces. Seems like a lot. They'd get like 6 emeralds. We could say that, or each an emerald worth. How about 50 gold pieces? 100? No, 100 sounds fun. Let's do 100 gold pieces. So we have 600 gold pieces that we need to subtract from our loot to distribute list. So that's easy. That just goes down to 1,000. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey guys, check this out. Check this out. Who's this? This is orange. You guys, this is orange. Orange. Look at that guy. Look at this guy. Oh, he's so adorable. Look at this guy. Orange. This guy, he compulsively licks his belly. So his belly is totally bald. He has no hair on his belly. It's a big, soft, fluffy belly.
Hey, look, everybody. We just
Hey,
got some
thank you,
money.
Rose and Dark, for the tip. I appreciate that. That is about the perfect amount for a plate of nachos. I could order a plate of nachos from someplace and have it delivered or something. Ah, thank you. That's awesome. Let's put this back up here. Did we put eye gems at the very beginning? Now you must order nachos. All right, fine. I got a tip for nachos. Only 50. I think 50 each sounds a little bit better. But it could be 100. Did we have eyes at the beginning? The foyer. Eyes for gems. Did we have eyes for gems? We did have gems from the eyes of the giant constrictor, but they didn't have any value. We didn't put a value attached to them. Maybe what we do is this. You know what? Instead of their eyes being gems, because let's do this. Instead of the eyes being gems, let's say.
Hey, look, everybody.
Where is this?
We just got some
I'm getting
money.
lost. I have a cat rubbing against my leg. Hey, thank you, Zombie, for the $4. Appreciate the tip. Look at that. I just mentioned that I have a tipping jar or something down below, and people are like, Luke, take my money. Go buy nachos. I appreciate that, guys. I actually think I like the idea of their eyes being gems are good. I like that. But I like the idea more of this amulet in this dude's rib cage. So inside the rib cage of one of the skeletons in the room is a large ruby worth 500 gold pieces. The person swallowed it while alive to hide it. There you go. That's a really cool idea. And that's kind of a parenthetical note to the dungeon master. The players will probably never figure that out, but the dungeon master at least understands. Oh, the cat cam is still active. Oh, you got my sub from speaking Spanish amazingly. It only makes sense that you get nachos. Tiene sentido, pues si tengo hambre y hablo español, tiene sentido que voy a comer nachos, ¿verdad? O sea, cualquier cosa. ¿Qué tiene más sentido que nachos? Tacos, enchiladas. Ah, mi esposa hace algo que se llama, bueno, yo no sé cómo se llama, pero yo lo llamo chili calilis. Es un plato típico de Honduras que ella hace. Y a mí me encanta. There you go. I don't know if anybody here understood that. But there you go. All right, what do we got going on? We did the loot then. We did 500 gold pieces of loot, and that means we have another 100 gold pieces that are already there. Oh, cool. It's just Juan. He's Cuban. Sweet, dude. You understood 50% of what I said. Awesome. What is even happening? Lord Citrus is like, what's happening around here? I don't understand. Lord Citrus, you pushed the a button down below that turned on the translation to Spanish, and so the stream turned to Spanish for just a moment, and then it went back on you. So there you go. You took beginning Spanish and got a C. Nice. My daughter. So check this out. My daughter. We're transitioning to big camera. My daughter speaks fluent Spanish. My wife speaks Spanish. I speak Spanish. My daughter speaks Spanish. My daughter right now is taking Spanish class in high school. It's like gonna be the easiest grade for her in the world. I told her to take like French or German or something because she already speaks Spanish, but she's like, no, I want an easy A. It's like, all right, whatever. And so she's fluent in Spanish, and she's taking Spanish class in high school. And today she came down and she was showing me on her phone, she was showing me these like songs that they're learning. They're like little kids' lullaby songs or something that are in Spanish, and the Spanish teacher is using them to teach them Spanish in high school. Okay, and my daughter is just like, this stuff's funny. It's like, this is what we're doing in class, Dad. I barely look 25. I look 25? Really? Oh, thank you. Blacksmith, you just earned like DM layer bonus points for saying I only look 25. I'm almost 40. Almost 40. I think the reason I look so young is that I sacrifice like people, and then there's like a sacrificial ritual that I keep myself young using. Yeah, that's how I do it. That's how I do it. How am I 40? Well, I was born in 1980, and the way things work is that like you, as time passes, you get older, you know, and you age. That's how I became 40. 33. I'm well preserved. I eat lots of like ramen noodles and other things with preservatives in it, and so it keeps me looking young. That's how I do it. Beppa's Twist, you missed everything. You missed everything. Totally. I sacrifices my players to stay youthful. That's exactly what I do, Mr. Lemon Pie. I think probably part of the reason that I appear younger than I actually am is that I act younger. I act like an immature version of me, I think. So it's like, he's not 40. He's nowhere near serious enough to be 40. How is he 40? All right. So you guys, I think we have so for our adventure today what we did so far is we did this corridor, we did this bone repository, and then we did this bloodbath. And I feel that is enough work on our adventure tonight. Let me save this file. Let me save this file, and then let me go back to my Word document and save that file. And then we're going to come back to this. And so, yes, you left during the blood repository. You're going to have to read the adventure when we're all done. All right, we're not stopping, though. We're not stopping. We're going to do two things. The first thing that we're going to do is they are pretty dense. There's a lot of stuff in these rooms. It's a very dense dungeon. It is. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to finish our giveaway. So if you have just joined us and you don't know anything about the giveaway, I'm going to give you an opportunity to sign up for the giveaway. So let me drop the link that you're going to need for the giveaway down into the chat. And go there, and you're going to need to enter in the secret password. Yes, Lord Citrus, you need to come to these every time, dude. You can't miss. This is the most fun you'll ever have on a Friday night, besides other stuff that might be more fun. The secret password that you're going to need is Where'd Squeaky go? Where'd Squeaky go? Where'd Squeaky go is the secret password to enter the giveaway. And then there are other things that you can do to get entries. There is a shelf cat behind you. Yes, there is. I have like windows back there, and my cats jump up there all the time and go on those shelves. So if you didn't enter the giveaway, do that now, because we are about to draw the winner. I'll give you a few moments to enter the giveaway and stuff, and then we're going to draw a winner right now. I've been playing for 38 years D&D. I mean, officially, I've been playing D&D since high school. So I was probably around 15 or so. So officially, I've been playing D&D for like 20 some years or something. Not all. There have been periods of my life where I took breaks and stuff and I wasn't playing D&D. You know what I mean? That's how it goes. That's how life goes. You know, on and off, let's say, for 20 some years or whatever. I don't know. 28 years? Yeah, 28 years or something. Yeah, something like that. After the giveaway, which we're about ready to draw, then we're just going to spend some time hanging out. I'll answer questions. We'll just talk about junk. Who knows? D&D or whatever. It doesn't really matter. And then once the conversation seems to be dying off and people are like checking out and going home and stuff, then we'll just call it a day. But we'll hang out a little bit longer. We could talk. We could do some stuff. Something with a number. I'm getting hungry. I'm really getting hungry. I need those nachos. I need to find a place that has nachos late at night. What place has nachos late at night? Taco Bell. Haha. Get some nachos from Taco Bell. That'll rot my face off. Love the shirt. This shirt. Thanks, buddy. You know what? You could actually. So Gorilla Tees. Let me find these guys for you. While you all are entering the giveaway, I'm gonna drop a link to you to Gorilla Tees because you can actually. They're one of like my channel sponsors or something. I don't know what the technical term is, but you can go to these guys and if you use the promo code the DM Layer, you can get 15% off shirts with them. Any of their apparel actually. And this shirt right here is from Gorilla Tees. And most of the shirts that I wear in my videos and stuff are from Gorilla Tees. So obviously I like their shirts. And you can like their shirts as well if you go buy one. And you can get 15% off with my promo code. Whee! So how about now we go draw the winner for our giveaway. How's that sound? Let's draw a winner. Let's draw a winner. I have beautiful eyes. Why, thank you. That probably makes it harder for you to see my eyes if I'm like winking and stuff. I'm out of coffee. Crap. Give me 1 second. We're gonna do the giveaway. I want to see if I have more coffee over here. I have no more coffee. There's no coffee.
Hey, look at that, everybody! There's a new follower!
I'm gonna have to drink water. How do I drink water? Thanks for following, UDS Howl. Ow! Dost thou host knave? Hoist knave. Alright, so giveaway, let's do it. Let's draw the winner. Let's draw the winner. Draw the winners. Winners to draw. One winner. We are drawing a winner. Drawing the winner. And then we're going to have to check to make sure this is a this is not a valid entry. So we're going to have to make that invalid. We're going to draw another winner. It was not a valid entry. Draw. Draw the winner. Here we go. This is a valid entry. Okay. We have to check. We have to check to make sure they put the right code in. Where's the code? Where'd Squeaky go? Perfect. All right, valid entry. Here we go. Winner is Pokemon Professor 3351. Pokemon Professor. Are you still here, Pokemon Professor? Or have you gone home? You're tense. You're like, did I win this thing or not? Did I win this or not? Who's Pokemon Professor? Who is Pokemon Professor? Pokemon dude, where are you? Well, he might not be here, but he still won. I will be sending you an email, Pokemon Professor, at some point in time. And you can like give me your email, not your email, your mailing address, and I will send you some tokens. Bam! You guys, this is what was being given away. Just in case you guys didn't get that. All right. Okay, guys, this is now question and answer time. Or we're just going to talk about things. It can be about D&D. It can be about dungeon mastering. This is your Islaka. See you later, buddy. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for your mini. I love that thing. I will be killing players with that mini. You can count on it. Did I make those tokens myself? No. I did not. You can requisition a Luke token, actually. I'm dead serious. Like, I'm going to go to that dude's website. Check this out. So this is the guy's website. That's not the right button, Luke. This is the guy's website. It's tacticaltokens.com. And you can, I'm pretty sure that Dave allows you to upload images, and then he will put an image on a token. I guarantee you that he can create a token with my image on it. I guarantee you. I know because I have some tokens where he put his face on the tokens. What's my favorite type of beholder? It's probably just the standard beholder, in all honesty, because that's the big beefy one. I think it's probably the standard beholder. But spectators are cool. Oh, the little gazers, the little cute gazers. Oh, those are so cute. Look at these things. Let's find a gazer. What book is the gazer in? Is that in Volos or something? Let's see if we can find a gazer. I think that might be in Volos. Or is it in the Monster Manual? Where is a gazer? Is it in Volos? What page in Volos? Okay, you're all saying Volos. So it must be in Volos. The reason I love gazers, the reason gazers are cool. Let's see if I can find this. It's probably in the beholders area. Gazer. So the gazer, these things are so cute. You guys, these are so cute. It's this little tiny beholder. You guys can't see that. Give me a second. I'll get this figured out for you. There we go. It's this little tiny beholder right there. It's tiny. And it doesn't really do anything. It can't really hurt you. It actually can't hurt you at all. Unless it bites you. It could bite you for 1 damage. But it can become a familiar too. You know? Oh, it's so cute. I put a gazer in one of my games, Dragon Heist. And I was so hoping that the wizard would think to capture it and make it a familiar, but they just killed it. And I'm like, no, you guys just killed it. The Frost Ray. Does it have a Frost Ray? Oh, it does have a Frost Ray. Oh, you're right, it does. So it has a Dazing Ray, a Fear Ray, a Telekinetic Ray, and then a Frost Ray. So it can do damage. Okay. Can we just talk about Mad Lax Xanathar and his fish? We could talk about his fish. Yeah. My DM made a beholder out of a potato with eyes. That's awesome. That's sweet. Death Tyrants. Ooh, Death Tyrants are nasty. Yeah, those are really cool. I like those. Black Dragon, are you the winner? Are you the winner, dude? I will send you the email later after the stream. I'm not going to email you right now. I'll send you the email later, but you'll get an email. If you're the winner, the winner will get an email. When are you going to stream about making this adventure again? Oh, so we're gonna stream probably 2 weeks from now. I can actually go look at my calendar, but I think 2 weeks from now on Friday is when we're planning on continuing this adventure creation. However, that said, I do plan on doing lots more streams on Twitch. I'm really getting into painting miniatures on the stream. The miniature painting streams are usually on either Monday or Tuesday. And then as much as possible, I'm going to start streaming most Fridays as well. And the Fridays will sometimes be miniature painting, and sometimes they're going to be this sort of adventure creation thing or something else maybe. Because we don't always create adventures. Sometimes we create magic items. We have created monsters before. The magic item creation one was really, really fun, actually. That was lots of fun. And also, if you missed any of these streams and you want to see some of them, I have a second YouTube channel called the DM Layer Streams. There's a link to it down in the panel on the Twitch page. You can catch, not the miniature painting ones, but these sorts of live streams here where we're actually creating stuff together that I see that there's a lot of reuse, that people DMs could watch these and learn how to do these things. So any of my streams where I feel like I'm teaching skills, like creating adventures and stuff that people will find valuable, I put those on my second YouTube channel, the DM Layer Stream, so that people can watch those in perpetuity. Because Twitch, the things only exist on Twitch for 15 days, I think, before they go away. So, I do post when I'm going to stream on Instagram. I don't make an actual image post about it because those are a little bit more refined or something, I guess. But I always make a story when I stream on Instagram. I always make a story about it. But you should follow me on YouTube, dude. Not YouTube. Twitter. I am much more active on Twitter than I am on. There's actually over here, right there is that is my Twitter handle, my Facebook. Nobody cares about Facebook. Nobody cares about Facebook. My Twitter. I go on Facebook like once a week. Twitter is where I'm most active. So if you follow me on Twitter, then you're always going to get a notification. You're always going to hear me talking about when I'm going to stream next. So, Interrobang's going to DM. That's awesome, dude. I'm glad this is useful. Yes, Blacksmith, ask your opinion. It's just Juan says I see more questions. Oh, by the way, you guys, if you have a question, I need you to type in hashtag question in all caps. And actually, let me do something here. I'm gonna change my little text at the bottom so that I'm gonna stop that. I'm gonna activate that. There we go. I'm gonna turn that off. If you have a question, I need you guys to type in all caps question. So that I actually see it. Because if you don't do that, then I probably won't see it. There you go. Bam! So I saw some questions up here. Have I watched any of the Dimension 20 campaigns? No, I haven't. I don't know what those are. Any suggestions on the color of my tabaxi's fur? Yes, make it an orange tabby cat. Orange tabby cat. That's cool. What's your favorite character? My favorite character voice? The Barbarian. I like doing the Barbarian. It's lots of fun.
It's really fun just kind of acting stupid and making this really dumb voice. You know, there's something like therapeutic about it. Like, I can forget about being intellectual and like forget about being a smart person who went to college and stuff. And I could just kind of be dumb for a while. You know, it makes me feel good.
So my Barbarian voice is my favorite one. It's just Juan says, I want to DM a game for the first time. Thinking of doing Lost Mines of Phandelver and Ice Spire Peak. Any advice for tasking two adventures set in the same place? I'm not sure what the question is. I can tell you that Lost Mines of Phandelver, I've heard lots of good things about it, especially if you're DMing for the first time. I would recommend that one. I have not read it, nor have I played it. However, everyone that I talk to says that it's good. So that tells me that it's probably good. Do not touch Princes of the Apocalypse. Don't touch that one. That is not for a first-time DM. That is a train wreck waiting to happen for a first-time DM. Can we have a kitty video? I mean, I don't do like cat videos on my channel really. That if I were to go full-time on YouTube, I would probably do a second YouTube channel focusing on cat videos. Because there aren't already enough of those. I bet there are like thousands of YouTube channels just doing cat stuff. Let me see. Other questions. Question. When are the nachos arriving? I haven't ordered them yet. I'm probably going to order them tomorrow or something. It's late. It's like 11 o'clock for me. I'm probably going to go up and see what's in the refrigerator and then eat stuff out of the refrigerator. And the nachos I'm probably going to get like tomorrow or something. I have a gaming group. I have a gaming group on Sunday. I might get nachos on my way to the gaming group. That might be what I do. I don't know. We're gonna play that by ear. We're gonna see that. So Blacksmith says, I created a campaign idea for a few players. The players start off as slaves under a bandit town. They will be used to explore dangerous areas and dungeons. They will eventually interact with some of my bandit factions, which include Arcanists, Clockwork Masters. Yep. What is your opinion on these ideas? So my only thought is that your players are almost certainly going to immediately want to escape from slavery. That is probably going to be their first thing they try to do is escape from slavery. And if the idea here is that the bandits have them enslaved and they're ordering them to go do things, and your players have to go do those things, if that's what you're thinking, and I don't know if that is or not, I wasn't clear on that, but that robs them of all of their agency and all of their ability to choose what they do in the game, and you're almost assuredly going to have your players kind of revolting against that a little bit. And they might not want to go do those things. They're going to want to try to escape from slavery, and they're going to get freed, and they're probably going to feel a little bit railroaded and stuff. So if you have them as slaves and they escape, and then they, maybe work against the bandits or something, I could definitely see that more. But in all honesty, I feel like your players are probably going to resist the slavery thing and, being sent on missions. In fact, my buddy John from work, he had a similar situation where he had a group of adventurers. The whole campaign premise was that they were guilty of pre-crimes that they didn't commit, but magically they knew that they were going to commit. And then they were sentenced, instead of like death or imprisonment, they were sentenced to go do adventuring stuff on behalf of like the people in power. And his players were constantly rebelling against that idea. They were constantly saying, my character wouldn't do this. Now that we've been released, we should just run away and escape and not do all of these things that they've been telling us to do. And so the premise of his campaign basically failed, and he restarted his campaign not too long ago because his whole premise robbed the players of their agency and didn't give them a choice, and his players didn't like it, and they were constantly like bucking against that. So I don't know. You can try it. I suspect that will have difficulties. So there you go. That's my honest answer, dude. Have I ever had my players derail my campaign to an extreme? Not a total derail. I've had little offshoots and stuff. For the most part, my players are very respective. They respect. I don't know. They respect the social contract that says, I as a dungeon master spent time creating an adventure. Therefore, you as a player are going to go on that adventure. There's a sort of unspoken, a lot of times, social contract whereon they just kind of do the thing you plan for them. And my players respect that. I mean, I also give them, I think, maybe enticing plot hooks that encourage them to go do those things. I also give them choices a lot of times. Most of the times in my games, like a lot of the times, it isn't always a clear next step. There's usually a variety of options for them, and they get to pick which one they want to do. Not all the time, but in at least a couple of the games that I run, there are options about what they can do next. And I think when you give them those options that you've prepared for, then they pick one of them. Some of my games, there's one option, so it's not always are there options, because when you give them options, that means more preparation, obviously. You can't always do that. I have never had a really big derailment. What's my ideal party size? 5. I'll give you my reasons for 5. 4 people is perfect as far as a number of players. 4 people is perfect, but 4 people doesn't deal well with absences. And the way I run my games, I run my games regardless of who shows up or who doesn't. Okay? If we have at least 3 people, we play D&D. My groups are usually have 5 people in them. If one person is gone, we play D&D. If another person is gone, we play D&D. We do not get into what I call the spiral of death. The scheduling spiral of death is when you reschedule your game constantly to make sure that everybody can be there. Because what a lot of times can happen is that when you're constantly rescheduling and moving, not only are you spending a lot of time logistically trying to figure this out, but you're going to find that your games happen more and more seldom. 2 weeks in between a game, a month in between a game, 2 months in between a game, until maybe you don't play anymore, or some of your players lose interest and they go and find a game that actually plays with more frequency. And so I call that the scheduling spiral of death. And so basically, we have scheduled dates that every 2 weeks, for instance, and we always play. As long as 3 of my 5 players are there, we play the game. And so the reason I like 5 players is that if one person is gone, and 50% of the time one player is going to miss the game session, then you have 4 people. And that is a perfect size. And so 5 is my normal group size because 4 is perfect for me. However, You can still play the game, for me at least, the game still works really well with only 3. However, if I've designed an adventure for 5 people and I've got 3 there, that's going to be rough, maybe, right? But if I only have 2, I have lost my like core group size, I guess is what I call it. It's the minimum, what do you call it? The minimum quantity required to run the game. So if we only got 2 people, then I do cancel the game. I don't reschedule, I just cancel it. So that is a long explanation for my optimum group size. Very long explanation. But I have a big mouth and I talk a lot. So that's what you get. 4 Sticks says, do you have a video about start playing or DM Adventure League, or do you know any good place to learn about it? I think I do. Do I have a video about that? I don't know. But the best way to start playing D&D, in my opinion, is probably go to Adventures League. And the best way to find out about Adventures League is to call your local game shops and ask them, do you have Dungeons & Dragons Adventures League? And they'll tell you if they do or they don't. Many game shops do, and they'll tell you what night it meets on. And basically the way it works is you just show up and play D&D. And a lot of times you can just show up, have no idea what you're doing, don't even have a character or anything. Just show up and say, hey, I'm totally new. I've never played D&D before. I don't have a character or anything. I want to play. Can you help me? I guarantee you, unless you have a bunch of jerks, they're going to help you roll a character real quick. You can roll a character on D&D Beyond in like under 5 minutes and be ready to go. And by the way, if you're new to D&D, character creation is probably the most complicated part of the entire game. So I would not try to do it by yourself. I would definitely get help from somebody who knows what they're doing. But my recommendation for getting started in D&D is to show up to an Adventures League at a local game shop and just play the game with them. They're just like come and go as you please groups. You just show up and they'll put you with them players and you can play. And it's cool. I'm actually going to an Adventures League group next Friday. A dude that I met at Grand Con invited me to come play with them all at their Adventures League group up near it's not near where I live. It's about 45 minutes away from where I live. But yeah, I'm doing Adventures League. I'm talking a lot, and now I'm like not pronouncing stuff properly because I need a drink. My throat is getting dry because I speak too much. So Leanne says, this weekend my party and I are facing off against a group of fire giants. Their Jarl and Cirrus seem a bit perturbed that we are snooping around. We left off last time 3 weeks ago with a bunch of them surrounding our party. We may be in trouble. Opinions. Yeah, you might be in trouble. I would try to make peace. Good luck. That's great. I don't know what to tell you. Either try to talk your way out of it or attack and hope for the best. Fire giants, especially if they have you surrounded and you're out in the open and you don't have a choke point. If you don't have a choke point, a place where you can team up on 1 or 2 giants at a time, and you're out in the open, that could be nasty. All right, zombie, see you later, buddy. What is your favorite class or monster? I like mind flayers and beholders. Those are really cool. My favorite class is rogue. I love rogues. They're perfect. They're good for every situation. As a player of a rogue, there's never a game situation where I can't contribute and I can't do something. You know what I mean? So I feel very useful and I never feel bored as a rogue. And they're really fun. Yeah, thanks for adding to the nacho funds, zombie. That's awesome. Question. I'm going to play Lost Mines of Phandelver as a first-time DM, and all my players are first-time players. And one of them has a murderous tendency. How do I talk to him exactly to convince him otherwise? I think that the way to deal with players with murderous tendencies is, it depends on who they're murdering, but run your game world like an actual world. If he goes and murders a shopkeeper, guess what? The local authorities are going to investigate that murder. And because magic is a thing, they're probably going to find out that your player murdered them. And then they're going to get arrested, and they're going to go on trial, and then guess what? Your player is rolling up a new character. Okay? Actions have consequences. Run your game world like a real living world, and then your players will quickly catch on, and they'll be like, maybe it's not a good thing to kill everybody. The other thing too is that if it's a situation where there's like an encounter and there's an opportunity for a dialogue to take place between your players and the other people, and that player always just is like, fireball or Eldritch Blast, and always just attacks right out of the gate and never gives any of the other players a chance to talk or do some social interactions with the other side, then that is definitely a conversation to be had with the player, because that player is basically stealing the other player's fun. He is preventing the other players from interacting with a very large part of the game that they might find fun and interesting. That is, having a dialogue and having a conversation before you actually go into combat and attack. Because there's more than one way to solve encounters, right? It's not just combat. There are other things you can do. And so a player that immediately attacks, he is stealing the fun of the other players. And that's definitely a conversation to be had with that player and explain to them, I'm asking you to give the other players an opportunity to play the part of this part of the game that they might enjoy, and assure him that most of the time you're going to fight eventually. Just be patient, but let the other players too think of other ways to solve problems than just attacking. I have gone so far, crap you not. I have a player in my games right now that a lot of times wants to fight right out of the gate. A lot of times when he says that he's attacking, I ignore him. I just ignore him. I've spoken with him before about this, but he still just wants to attack. I just ignore him, and he gets the point and he stops, and then we can play out a conversation or something. You know what I mean? If necessary, you could do that. I don't know. Hopefully it can be resolved through conversation, though. I have one group, Sven Silverman. I have my Wonder Panda campaign. They have like tons of side quests. It's actually an ongoing joke with my players and me that all they get are side quests. In fact, every time they run into an NPC, I somehow work in a side quest, another side quest. Like they want something special from an NPC, and he's like, well, I could help you. However, I've been looking for this amulet. I believe the amulet is located in a swamp. Perhaps you could go get it for me. And so it's an ongoing joke. I'm working in side quests. They have so many side quests. It's awesome. Do I have a video on making homebrew games? What do you mean, Robert, what do you mean by homebrew games? How do you define homebrew games? Some people think so sometimes it's defined as the world, the game world. Sometimes a homebrew game is defined as the adventure itself. If you're talking about the adventures, then I have 2 videos about making campaigns on my channel. Campaign Creation Part 1 and Campaign Creation Part 2. It talks about the theory of making an entire campaign, and then I give you an example of how I plot out at a high level the campaign. And then I also have a video on my channel about creating adventures. In fact, we just had an adventure stream. There are several streams that I've done about creating adventures, just like an actual literal walkthrough where we walk through together creating an adventure. And so yeah, there's a lot of that on my channel. Bloody says, have you ever had a player or DM start mixing editions of D&D like 3, 3.5? Mixing like accidentally? Yes. I think everybody gets the editions confused. Like a lot of times I'll be like, that's a reflex saving throw. Give me a reflex saving throw. And they're like, reflex? What are you talking about? So I think everybody gets them confused to some extent. What's my favorite campaign setting? Forgotten Realms. I've always used Forgotten Realms. I love it. Yeah, no problem, Black Dragon. I'm happy to give free crap away to people. My favorite campaign that I have created, it's got to be my Sword Coast Guard campaign with Lord Paxton. I think that is really cool. I talk about the Lord Paxton campaign all the time in my like D&D story videos because there's so many cool things that happen in that game. So that's definitely my favorite one. Barn Owl Gaming says, I saw your way of making Grung and yuan-ti together. I thought it was really cool. Do you think troglodytes being controlled by a cult of Vecna could work out? Sure, I think so. Why not? You just need to have a mechanic that exists for the Cult of Vectin to control them or to entice them to work for them, and I think it would work just fine. Mr. Lemon Pie, who's your favorite player character in your Ancient Dragon campaign and why? My favorite player and character. Yeah, it's you, dude. We haven't played enough for me to have a favorite yet, man. You got to give me a chance. He's talking about my Ancient Dragon game that I'm running for my Patreon, and we're about to start up next week. I haven't had a chance to develop a favorite yet, buddy. You gotta give me like about a month or two to see who my favorite player is going to be. So Security Cam has been a game master before, but not a dungeon master. You're thinking of making a campaign 1 to 20 that would be a great Blood War 2, Demons and Devils, and Material Plane. Somewhere around level 15, I'm thinking of giving the party a chance to either join one of the sides or try to stop the war on his plane. I think that sounds awesome, dude. I mean, yeah, I think players would dig the idea of choosing a side to help. I mean, the players, if they're good aligned, you'd have to give them some sort of incentive, some sort of reason that I'm assuming they're good. A good party would align with, say, demons or devils. Like, why would they want to align with them? Now, the Blood War, the whole concept of the Blood War is that the demons are trying to take over the Nine Hells and just overrun them. And the devils are fighting back. And the kind of the premise of this, part of what's going on here, is the thought that if the demons win against the devils and overrun the Nine Hells, then the demons will start invading other planes of existence. And so the devils are kind of holding the demons at bay and preventing that from happening. And so I could easily see a situation where the players would kind of maybe be requested or somehow hooked into helping the devils stop the demon invasion so that they wouldn't like spill over into the other planes. So I could definitely see a situation where that would happen, where there would be an alliance. You know, not because the players are evil, but because the players see the greater good, and so they temporarily align with evil forces to make sure that greater good happens. So I could see that happening. That sounds like a really cool little twist too. Like, you know, they suddenly have the option of joining the devils or helping the devils, and then they could have devils on their side, assisting them on their adventures. I think that could be really cool. I think they'd have fun, and I would let your players potentially run the devils. I would give them stat blocks for the devils that are on their side and let your players run them at the table as well. That way, as a dungeon master, you don't got to do it. Less work for you, and your players would probably get a kick out of running devils as they have a PC, but they also have a devil sidekick or something that they could also run. I think they'd have fun doing that. What is the program you use for your dungeon maps? Yeah, I think somebody asked me that before, and I didn't answer you. So let me show you this. So, I'm assuming that you're asking this question based upon what we did in the live stream. I did not create this. This was created by a guy called Justin Russell David. Is that his name? Justin David Russell, and he is over here this is his thing right here. He makes a bunch of maps. He is Epic Works Studio over on DriveThruRPG. I don't know what he uses to create these maps. They are really cool, but I don't know how he does this. What I use to create my maps is Dungeon Fog, and I can show you that real quick. I mean, it's pretty easy. Let's go to the. I don't want to show those maps because Mr. Lemon Pie is in the stream, and one of the maps I recently created was for the Ancient Dragon game. Actually, I'm gonna bust out a link for you. This is the mapping software that I recommend you guys, Dungeon Fog, and you can get 10% off if you use my promo code, the DM Lair. I use this for the games that I run on Roll20. I use this program. I use this mapping software. And for the adventures that I publish on DriveThruRPG, I use this mapping software. It makes creating the dungeon super easy. It's a very easy to use mapping software. There is a free version that you can use without paying anything. And then if you actually get the subscription, which is $50 a year, or $45 if you use my promo code, it has lots of extra features that you can use as well. And so it's what I use. It's what I recommend. I think it's really cool and easy and junk. And it $50 a year to make mapping easier, especially if you use virtual tabletops like Roll20 or Fantasy Grounds. It's going to make your maps look super cool for your players, and it's very easy to use. So now if you play at the table in person and stuff, and you don't like project maps onto a screen or something, and you just like draw your maps on like a table or a map or a mat or a battle grid or something, then this isn't really going to help you, right? But if you do things online for games, this is the bomb. So that's my recommendation. Theta Tag. Wait, is Theta Tag here? Theta Tag! What the heck, dude? Have you been here the whole time? Just sitting there, not saying anything? Oh, what a punk. What a punk. He is one of my Ancient Dragon patrons as well. That is crazy. He's just sitting there being quiet. I gotta think about what kind of punishment I can put on his character in our game. There's got to be something nasty I can do to him for just sitting in the stream and not saying anything. A new mic boom. Woo! Awesome. That's sweet, dude. You have a better video and lighting setup than I do. It's crazy. Actually, I want to upgrade my webcam to a, what is it called? A Brio, a Logitech Brio. Because I want 3 webcams. I only have 2 webcams currently. I want to upgrade to a Logitech Brio. I think it's $200, so that my main camera can be the Brio. It has a little bit better video quality and stuff, and then I can have my 2 Logitech C920s or whatever to use for a cat cam, and then a cam that would point down at my desk and stuff. So, all right. Let's keep answering questions here. It won't scroll. Have you ever just read through modules because you are bored? Not because I'm bored. Usually because I'm either going to run the module or because I want to get ideas from it that I'm going to use in my own games. Have you read the Ari Salvatore series and the Forgotten Realms? Yes, all of them. Love them. Manusi says, can a level 15 Zealot Barbarian die? Because at level 14 they get Rage Beyond Death, and at level 15 they get... Yes, they can die. I'm not going to look up the rules right now, because I don't know where to find them and stuff. But they have to be able to die, yes. They definitely can die. How do you feel about evil PCs in a good campaign? If they are forbidden from committing evil against the party. I mean, I just don't want to run... I don't want to run that type of game. You know? There is a character in one of my games that is evil. But it's kind of evil on a back burner. And he's not running around doing evil stuff. What I don't want is I don't want a derailment of the game somehow, you know. And I don't want the game to become about that person doing evil things, you know. And I think it can work. I think it can exist. But it's a slippery slope. And if it's not played right, if the situation isn't played right, your game can quickly turn into something far distant from the original campaign idea that you had pitched to your players, you know. And so it's just a situation that has to be handled properly. I don't know. It's a big topic. What's my favorite D&D based video game board game? I used to play Dungeons and Dragons Online, DDO, a lot. I don't know if I'd call it my favorite. I really like Elder Scrolls series, like Skyrim, Morrowind. Oh, Morrowind was lots of fun. Is lots of fun. I still have it. Those are lots of fun. I played Baldur's Gate 2 a lot. I didn't get... Oh, Icewind Dale's really fun. I like those as well. I don't know that I can name a favorite to you. What is the symbol on your dog tag? My dog tag. This is a Viking rune. I forget the name of this one, but it represents wealth and good fortune. It's just a P. Somebody might know what this is. It's a Viking or Celtic rune. I forget the name of it. There's a name for it, but it represents wealth and good fortune. I have 4 of them now, and I just kind of rotate among them. All right. There we go. Sweet. I don't see any more questions. I think we're done. I see no more questions, and I'm tired. So I think that's about when we end the stream, right, ladies and gentlemen? No more questions. Luke's getting tired. I'm really hungry. Unless somebody saves us, we're going to end the stream. All right, guys. So remember to follow if you want to be notified when we go live next time. We're going to be doing some mini painting on our next stream. So follow us if you want to get a notification. And thanks for hanging out. This has been lots of fun. I will catch you in the next stream, in the next video, all that kind of good stuff. I'll see you. Oh, my Discord. You guys, if you haven't joined me on Discord, make sure you join me on Discord. There's a whole community of Dungeon Masters there that just like help each other out and just support each other and all that good stuff. There's a link down below. So, all right, guys, I'm busting out of here. I'm going to give you my awesome face that I always give you when I end my streams. So here we go. Stop streaming. This has been fun.